Hello, Storm here. Welcome back to Honeycraft, episode 2. As you can see behind me, our starter house is finished. I did a lot of this work off camera because the first episode was a lot of just showing you guys what happened in those first few clips when we were all starting off on the server, but we have a nice little starter house, a little bit of a log cabin with a wool and copper roof, which I struggled with for a very long time, so I'm very proud of this roof design, as it took quite a while. And so me and Xno are living in this starter base for now. Here's some mobs that he and I have killed, because that makes some lovely decoration, dead animals in your home. And we're just sharing everything, bunking together in this little starter house while we get our base plans figured out. And those base plans are actually what I would like to talk to you guys about a little bit later on today, but for now, let's get some chores out of the way. First of all, you may notice that there are copper blocks everywhere, just kind of scattered all around. That's because we're oxidizing all of the copper that we mine so that we can get it to a good green state. That way, if we want our copper in any other state, we can just scrape it down with an axe. So whenever Xno and I get copper, we tend to spread it out in a big field around our starter base. And as we do, you can kind of get a sense of how big our area is. It's very, very nice here. We have our lovely mountains and valley, which we've lit up a bit. This is the big valley over here, which we have some very, very good plans for. That will be revealed. But for now, I'm going to pick up a little bit of this copper, all of the stuff that's already been oxidized, so that way I can store it away in the chest, and we can have a nice store for later. We're not sure if our base plans are going to include a lot of copper, but, you know, you can't really go wrong with getting a ton of copper, oxidizing it all early game. And coming around this way to just clean up these last few blocks of blue copper, you can see that we've got a little bit of a path winding down into our lovely valley. We have a beehive over there, which I don't think there are any bees in anymore, which is kind of sad. And if you can see those 3 chests down here, Xno has built us up a spider farm because he found a spider spawner pretty early on, and that is our source of experience for now, and string. It's a nice little spider grinder, which works incredibly well for what it is. I'll stand here for a bit, wait for some to spawn. And shortly thereafter, here come some spiders, and we can just give them a little whack with the sword and get some levels that way. I am eternally grateful for Xno for setting this up for the two of us, because I do not like messing with mob farms. I'm a lot more of a building and aesthetics type person than mess around with the scary things. This also gives a really good view of some deep caves that we have in the area. We have this one, which goes down really far. Then we have this crack in the mountain, and this is all in our lovely valley. Now, we're going to work a lot on pathways. We're planning to do some, like, winding bridges around the edges of the valley, so it's easier to get around, because for now we're kind of jumping over trees and whatever we really have to get around. And just gonna plop that copper in our chest. We got some pretty good stores going, and we're still having a little bit of that bug with the damage on the items, and I still don't know why, but maybe someday we'll solve that. As you can see, we've been doing a little bit of mining. Xno's done far bit more than I have, and he's gotten some diamonds, some from shooting stars, which is a data pack that we have. If there's some that land near us at night, I can show you guys, and some from just straight up mining. So we're planning on making some enchanting stuff. Maybe we'll make this into a pickaxe and get ourselves a portal soon. Up near the front, we have a little sheep pit, which we have going with some different colors. I used white wool for the roof, but now we've got different colors if we need to shear some sheep for whatever. And we have a nice little terraced farm that I made. I'm obsessed with you guys. I don't know if you've watched my Untitled SMP series, but I also have a terraced wheat farm there. I'm obsessed with these multi-level little farms. The bottom level is mainly beetroot, and then the upper 2 levels are wheat, and Mixi is currently killing the entire salmon population. That is impressive. The reason that we have so much beetroot is because we also have a little pig farm down here, entirely humane, I promise, and beetroot is a very good thing to feed pigs. Also, beetroot is very good for bone meal in a composter. And Xno has an axolotl over here named Farce, which is a very cute little buddy. Just swimming around. I think we should build Farce a big aquarium one day. Heading down this way, we have a little path through this cave that was naturally forming, which I added right at the start of the series, and I'm planning on winding this path all the way down that way, but it'll take a fair bit of terraforming to get it to sit well in the mountain, so that's a project I'll leave for a little bit later on. And then, if you keep going down this way, I have a ladder just running down the side of the mountain, so it's easier, even though I'm taking fall damage right now, it's easier to get down the side of the mountain without having to just jump off everything, put your life in danger. You know, it's kind of nice to have an easy way down the mountain. And once we get down here, just got a little winding path, which I'll do a little bit more work on the trees around it at one point. And I've built a very simple little bridge to get us over the river. We have some neighbors across this bridge. I believe that Fluffy is somewhere over there, and then Mixi and Em are also in that direction. One of them is closer than the other, but we can go over and take a look later. And of course, coming back, you get a lovely view of our wonderful mountains. I just love this view over this bridge. You can see a tiny bit of our wheat farm in the distance, and the very tip of the roof of our house, which is very cool. I'm very glad that Exno and I got these mountains because we have a ton of really good plans for them, and they're just really pretty, honestly. Beautiful 1.18 terrain. I'm enjoying it so much already. Now, you may have noticed in the intro that there's a chest with some horse heads around it, which I have not opened until this moment, so I could open it on camera. Let's see what this is about. Okay, there's some flowers. That's sweet. Some pumpkins and a book and quill. Let's see what's written in this. The jungle skeleton sends their hellos. Oh, that's gotta be Fluffy. That's sweet. We get a little, well, I don't know if sweet is the word I would use to describe the horse heads, but, you know, thank you for the greeting, Fluffy. I appreciate that. I don't know what I'm going to do with these. I guess they make a good addition to our collection of Mad Bee Head and Spider Head. In fact, since Fluffy sent that sweet greeting, let's go and drop off something at their house. Maybe give them some cursed copper. And let's see, what else can we offer? We can do some leaves. Got a lot of those. Probably going to have to do some beetroot just because we have so much. It's kind of a funny item, I think. And sprinkle in a couple of glowing sacks. Yeah, that should be a good gift. Also, I found a geode earlier on, and I mined a ton of amethyst, so I think that I'll definitely add some amethyst in there. That's a cool little decoration block to add. Let's go find Fluffy. So let's go find Fluffy over here in the jungle. Oh, looks like somebody's sheep escaped. But their base is somewhere over here, and these jungle trees were not here last time I looked. So that means that somebody's grown them. Ah, there's some sheep. That must have been where that one escaped from. Okay, so this is actually Mixi. This is Mixi and Em's base. Good to say hello. Looks like Mixi's doing some farming. Let's see how long it takes for them to notice me. And they noticed me. Let's give them some of the amethyst. Didn't mean to scare you, Mixi. Apologized. I have that effect on people. Oh, I hit the sticky keys button on accident. That's great. Alright. Well, it was good to run into Mixi, so yeah, that's Mixi and Em's place. They're basing together as well, and ooh, here we go. Here is Fluffy's base. Oh, and some free experience points. Interesting. And here is Fluffy's place. They actually have a community enchanting setup here, which we may use, but we may also make our own, but very, very kind of Fluffy to offer that to people. And this is really neat. I'm going to keep my head down in this section because I don't think Fluffy's shown this on camera yet, so you can go head over to their video to check that out. But this part they have, and is this not the coolest thing ever? I love the, like, warped wood down here. I think they're going to make a train station out of some part of it, and they're going for a very open-ended, like, with nature vibe, which I think is just absolutely the coolest thing ever. So yeah, this is their place, and they're using a lot of moss and everything, a lot of circular shapes, which I think is just very, very neat. That's cool as well. Look at that texture. Anyway, I think we'll leave the chest right here. Oh, how do I have 10 chests? Alright, anyway. And there we go. I think that's a nice little arrangement of gifts. And let's pop down a sign on the chest. There we go. Greetings received. Love the Purple Mountain Gang. That's not a real name that Xno and I have for our duo. I don't think we've really come up with one yet, but we both have purple in our skins, and we both live on the mountain, so I think that Fluffy will be able to figure that out. And there we go. That's a nice little return on their gift that they gave to us, which is really sweet, so thank you, Fluffy. It's really cool that we all live so close together, because Fluffy's base is only like a couple hundred blocks away from mine and Xno's, and then Mixi and M live right here. It's really, really cool that we all live so close. Now, this is a river. Look at that. Honestly, I haven't seen a lot of people talking about the new changes in rivers and underwater caves in 1.18. It's kind of an underrated feature, but I think it's just so cool. I love diving into stuff that I can't breathe in. Alright, next order of business. This sheep pit has been in front of our house since we really started the series, and while it's functional, it's definitely very loud. Same thing with the pigs. They make a lot of noise up front here, and it's kind of just doesn't really fit with the vibe of the whole front of the house. But we do have some space around the back of the house that's not really going used except for the copper field, so I think what I'm going to do is make a little bit of an animal pen out the back and then transfer the animals over. Let's go grab some fence materials. So I think that what I'm going to do for the fences is not just use normal fences, but use some of these cobblestone walls. I really like the look of them, and I think that it would look a lot better texture-wise and blend in with the back of the house better. So let's grab a couple of these, of a couple different blocks that we can kind of mix in for the animal pen. Let's see what we can get working. And there we have it. There's the finished animal pen. Managed to fit a lot of details into it, which I love detailing little small builds like this. But we have a bunch of different stone wall types in here. There's a little bit of environmental storytelling in here as well. There's some mossy cobble in patches, as you can see, so it shows the moss has kind of spread there, and there's a lot of like normal cobblestone on top of that. Andesite is in patches as well, but it looks like it's kind of been used to patch up holes in the wall where the cobblestone couldn't. We have a little bit of a watering pen, a little pond area over here for the animals. This part is kind of the pig zone. We have some gravel and some mud type stuff with the leaves back in here, and this is a little feeding trough for the pigs, which if I actually pop the rest of the leaves in there, we can make it look like there's some slop in there for the pigs to eat. So there we go. The gate is over here, and of course we still have a lot of grass there so that the sheep can eat it and regrow their wool, which is practical because we're going to need that wool. So that's the easy part, building this little cute thing. The hard part is now we have to lead all of the animals to the pen. Wish me luck. Alrighty. Come on, sheep. Oh, this is going to be so laggy. Yep, there we go. Alright, I have my army. Okay. Come on, guys. This is actually going pretty well so far. A lot of them are just kind of going nowhere. But let's see if we can drop them in here. Hey guys, come in here. Yes, there we go. And they can't get out because I dropped them. Let's go grab the other batch. Oh, and they've wandered everywhere. Okay, that's the harder part of this. Hey guys, come over, come follow me. There's a lot of you. Wow, I'm sorry you were in that little tiny pit for so long. This pen isn't like that much bigger, but it's definitely more humane. So here, come on up. Only a couple of you? Okay, well, I'll take what I can get. You're not the smartest of animals. There we go. Keep coming. Keep coming. Thank you. How many of them are in there? Yeah, that's pretty good, I'd say. And they can't get out, I don't believe. I guess we'll find out. And 4 of you left, so come on over. We need to get that blue one for sure. Hey, come here. There we go. Just gonna bring him in. Come on. Come on. There we go. Ooh, that sheep on that leaf might be a problem. I don't know if they can get out from there. And the last sheep is in. Time for the pigs. I did not mean to make a path there. There's only a couple of you, so this should be easier. Come on. Follow me. And they do seem to be following me. Perfect, perfect. You know, I thought this was going to be a lot more of a struggle than it ended up being. Oh, there's 6 of you? Oh, goodness. Okay. Come on into your new home. Get in here. There we go. Everybody in. Everybody in. Yay! Wow, okay, that actually went off without a hitch, and I don't think they can get up over the walls, which is perfect. The pigs are chilling, the sheep, some of them are taking a bath. You know what? Go ahead, man. This is your new house. I can't tell you what to do. There we go. Now, the sheep shouldn't be able to get out, but that wall does look kind of low, and it's concerning me a little bit. No, don't get out of there. Yeah, that's probably fine. If I see any escapees later on, I'll fix that problem. So now we have a colorful little animal pen, which is a lot better than what we were using. It's at least a lot more humane, which I appreciate. There we go. There's the finished product. Everybody's happy in their new home. So many of them have immediately gotten stuck in the water. That might be an issue I need to resolve. Let me do this. Let's see. Just break this. No, sorry, I didn't mean to hit you. You guys aren't making this very easy on me. Let's break this block, this block. There we go. Now they can get out easier. Perfect. Let me go and grab some dirt so that I can fill in the holes in the front of our house, which means I can actually probably terraform a little more, extend this path up, because we don't have to worry about the animals anymore. It's a win-win, really. I do love making path blocks. This lag is making them take a second to appear, but that's alright by me. In fact, we can actually split this path, have one of it head to our front door, and then the other end of it can head down and connect with that path. It's perfect. And there we go. That is looking a lot better than what it was. Now that we have the animal pen out of the way, I think it's a good time for me to discuss me and Xno's base plans for this season. Obviously, this is our little starter base here and our starter area, but we do plan to actually build our main base in this area. Now, I'm not sure if I showed this on camera. I know that Xno did, but there's a sign up here that Xno put down saying dragon, and I went, yo, dragon, because this formation right here kind of looks like a dragon, especially with that button eye that Xno put up there. It kind of looks like the head of a dragon. And that dragon led to a very good idea, which was pointed out by one of our commenters. So thank you, Shade, for pointing out cool things we could name our valley because of this dragon. And we've actually decided to go with a whole dragon theme for this valley. So what we're planning on doing is having a bunch of sort of fantasy and medieval builds in this valley, and we'll have a bunch of walkways and everything making use of the mountains around it. And the main thing that we're going to have circling in and around this whole valley is a bunch of dragons. So we're going to build dragons, we're going to have dragon perches and dragon nests kind of integrated into the houses we put in here. It's all going to be integrated into the terrain, and it's going to be very cool and natural, but mainly dragons. We have a storyline associated with this that we're going to implement a little later on, but these are the base plans that we're really going to be working on in future episodes. So get excited, because this valley will soon be transformed with dragons. I'm very excited about this. Xno and I have been talking non-stop about these plans because they're going to be very, very, very cool. Now, one more thing I wanted to do in this episode is I think that we could use in this corner here, there's a tiny little tree with some flowers around it, which I really like, but I'm not so sure about the natural tree being there, so I'm going to make a custom tree to replace that and just kind of frame our house better in this whole area. Uh-oh, a sheep escaped. Now I gotta figure out where from. How did you get out, friend? Okay, well, let's definitely seal up this one that we thought might be a problem. Oh, I put my stuff away. Huh. Sheep, you can't just leave. I'm building a tree. Come on. That's so rude of you. Alright, let's seal this bit up. We kind of need you. You're purple. I don't know why or how you escaped, but now I have to find the chinks in the wall, and I'm building a tree. I don't have time for this, sheep. Come here. Come on. Come on, sheep. Here, sheepy, sheepy, sheepy. Oh, get on that block. Come on. Get in here. Get in here. There we go. Now, how did you get out of here? If I go in from the inside and I try to get out every possible way, we'll see where you escaped from. Is it this? Can they get over this way? I can break this. There we go. Now, with that out of the way, let's finish up the tree. And there we go. I'm pretty happy with this one. Now, the last thing that I have to do is just add some lighting up at the top, and it'll be all good. And there we go. I've put in some torches up at the top. There's some lanterns that were already there down by the bottom, and it's all lit up. The difficult thing to do with custom trees is to make sure that they don't look too symmetrical, which I tried to avoid here by doing a lot of different shapes with the leaves and the branches. It's kind of a flatter tree. It doesn't have a rounded off top, which I like, but it's got some droopy branches in and around here. I'm a big fan of this tree. I really like it from all angles. That's another tricky thing with custom trees, is it has to look good from every angle you show it at. And I'm really proud of this, really happy with it. I think that it adds a lot to this area, makes it a lot greener, and really helps out the fact that there wasn't really anything to fill up space there. Also, when you come up to our base, the first thing you see is the house, the tree, and the nice wheat farm, and I think that's really nice. So, with that tree finished, that is actually going to be all the time that I have to record today. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Honeycraft, where we just did some little base cleanup things, some little chores, and improved the area around our starter base. Next episode, I'm going to be doing some grinding for materials so that we can get an enchanting setup, some really good armor, and maybe even get a start on our new base with those dragons. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day or night wherever it is where you may be. I hope that you get a lot of sleep, and I hope that you can drink a lot of water and stay hydrated. And I'll see you in the next Honeycraft episode. Bye!